guys, my name is Ksenia. I'm a vocalist and vocal coach, and on my YouTube channel I talk about healthy vocal technique. And today we will be listening to Hi Ren by Ren. I haven't heard this before. I know nothing about it except that this has 62 millions of views. Like, how crazy is that? And today we're going to find out why, or I am going to find out why it has so many views, because you probably know that a lot of people have been recommending this to me. So let's dive in, shall we? Okay, let's do it. And this is like 9 minutes song. Okay, let's do it. The costume, okay. Wow. Wow. I love the beginning. I love his guitar skills. It does remind me of the classical guitar. It's so cool, and it reminds me of when I was studying in music college, to learn the piano and to become a piano teacher. I'm a classically trained pianist. And I remember we had this like really long halls and with different practice rooms on each side, and when you were walking through the hall you could hear different instruments playing, and I just love the classical guitar. I think it's just so beautiful. But what's interesting is that he adds some distortion by like bending the strings, and like I don't know how he's doing this, I don't play the guitar, but it's so cool, and it adds a different texture to this with no production in the studio. He's doing production on the spot, kind of. And this is fascinating. I want to listen to this again. Like, this is more classical, right? And there he starts to add some distortion, some like bending of the pitch. Wow, that's cool. Wow, his falsetto is really cool. You can see how he like changes the posture when he's singing, because that's important. And if you are singing with the instruments, it doesn't matter what you play, if it's guitar, if it's piano, you cannot use the stomach muscles. Usually we like use the stomach muscles, but when you are playing the instrument, you cannot do that. So you need to use the back muscles, like the upper back muscles. And I feel like this is what he's doing, and this is like so cool. Like, you can see how his posture changes. He starts to like sit in more straight. Also could be connected to the pitch because it's really high. This is like D, 5, and then he's doing also the bend of the pitch, dun, 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 dun. And he has this really dark sound color, even like classically sounding. I wonder where this is going. Cool.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on you're pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately. And I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you. Been through this a million times, your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate, this time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great, and when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so
I feel like I need to stop. There's so much to talk about. I didn't expect tears. Okay. That is this is phenomenal. And there's so many elements. We have the lighting, we have the shadows, we have him basically producing on the spot. Like he changes everything in the vocal track when he sounds like he's, I don't know, dark side and he's like normal side, or like good or bad sides, I don't know. He's changing everything inside his vocal track when he's singing for like his bad side, like this, I don't know, I'm guessing this like the good and bad side, this like doubts that he have and his like real self. And it's so fascinating. I'm scared of going back because I don't want to cry, but I'm going to contain myself. And also we have the shadows, right? We have like his self shadow, and then we have two different ones, and then we have the light that flickers, and this is like, wow, it's like production on the spot, and that's cool. I can see why it's so relatable. Like you don't have to be an artist to relate to this, because we all have these thoughts sometimes. Anyway, I want to go back. Where does he start? It's here.
Hi there, Ren.
Like even here you can see the lights, and then he has this like different shadows, and the one representing like his real self on the left, and on the right one is like the one who's like his like dark side, you can say. And this is so cool. I've never seen anything like this. Wow, I'm speechless.
It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me.
Like when he's singing like his darker side, he has Mark Twain, and he adds some rattle there, this like creaking, this rattle, this like growl, different vocal effects there. But also he's like doing this thing with his voice. He sounds a little bit more even nasal sometimes, even around like 20, and like adding this different texture so it can be recognizable when he's singing for like different sides of him, right? And that is cool. I love it.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren.
And here again, he is more relaxed. He doesn't have such a high reliance, and this like twang, and this like different things added to his voice. It's more his real voice, probably closer to his real voice. He's more relaxed, he's more open. There's no that tension in the vocal track when he's doing that. There is still some twang, which makes the sound really clear and sharp, but there is no this like all of these things with the rattle. And that is phenomenal. Honestly, this is so amazing that he can just do it on the spot. Wow. Wow. I don't know what to say. Yeah.
You sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate.
Like you can hear he has a higher larynx. The pitch of his voice is higher, which tells me that he has a higher larynx. And he also adds this twang and some nose to it. And he has this like a little rattle there going on sometimes. And like he's really adding this tension, and it's more like a narrow setting in the vocal tract versus when he is singing. I don't know if that considered singing with his real voice. It sounds more relaxed. There's less tension and more acceptance even, but like that is amazing. I wonder if he's done that live. I would love to listen to this live. I can see why. Like it makes sense now. Now I can see why it has 62 million views. Wow.
This time is different, man, trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me, I am you, you are...
This is so cool because I don't even listen to the guitar. It's simple just because I feel like he wanted to make it as simple as possible so he can focus on this vocal production of his. And this is insane, you guys. I want to listen to the lyrics again. And the lyrics are so freaking relatable, man. Like, wow. I want to go back a little
Mind is so perfect to always being lied to. Okay, take
We're only like listened to 2 minutes and I've been talking so much. Oh my god.
another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate. This time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me, I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see. You gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Where are your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but...
My god. Wow. This goes deep. Like it feels so personal and intimate, but at the same time it's so relatable, and like it has to be deep and intimate. It has to be real for people to feel it, to relate to this. And he is so brave. I feel like not a lot of musicians really open up and do this really unconventional thing but that he's doing. And again, I can see why this is so relatable, because that is insane, you guys. Oh, okay, let's continue.
My music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar. Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath it. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you,
I'm just listening to the lyrics and thinking that this is so accurate. Like it's such an accurate representation of what's going on inside one's mind. And I'm sure all of us have that moments when we have this like voice sitting there deep down, deep inside our head, saying us that we don't belong, that we aren't doing enough. And the way he delivers that makes it so relatable. And again, he's so brave for doing this. I respect him for doing this. And what he's done with his voice is just a bonus. It's a cool thing that he can do that on the spot, change to different voices. But again, this is all about delivering the message and showing how can one person feel, because you never know what's going on behind the closed doors. And now this is what's going on. I feel like I keep repeating myself, but I'm just amazed by that.
I'll fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then. Let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it. Watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistophelies, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Wow. And now I even think that when he plays guitar in a more classical way, it's like him. And when he adds this distortion, it's like he's our side, getting into the picture. And he just did that again. He was doing all the crazy with the guitars, adding this distortion and bending the pitch a little. And then he came back to classical. It's like he came back as himself again. Like, this is so cool. Basically, it's production on the spot. I feel like nothing was done in the studio because they have the lights, they have the shadows, they have the camera moving in different angles. They have the zoom in when he was just singing all of this, like I'm from Eden and all of that. And then the guitar, it's like all of these layers, and he's basically doing this on the spot. He doesn't need the studio to do all of that. How freaking cool is that? I cannot.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
Wow. Wow.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis.
Oh my God.
As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare. But there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax. And I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Wow. Wow. I mean, this is an anthem of hope for those who don't want to fight anymore. And this is so cool. I am so glad that he did that. I am so glad that he shared this part of himself with the world, because it's really brave and it's needed to show the reality, because I feel like a lot of people don't want to show their true sides, and we have this social media where everything is perfect and we only see the 1% of people's lives, but this is the 120% of his life, behind the scenes. And that is brave, and that's what makes it so cool and so relatable. And the way it was done, the way he just produces everything on the spot, that's an amazing talent that he has. I want to go back to the part when he was singing.
So coward the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspired by me to be strong. And when I am gone, I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
Wow, that was so clean. He had something there, some kind of creaking at the end, but he has a lot of twang. Like, it's so hard to talk about technical things now because I'm so immersed in the song, and it's really hard to go back to reality. But it's cool. He has a lot of twang. He has this really sharp character to the sound. It's really clean, and yeah, I am just amazed by his ability to do all of that what just happened. Like, this is insane. And then we're back to and again, ooh is really good for singing in falsetto. And yeah, he has a little bit of a darker sound color there. I feel like his larynx is not as high, and he has a little bit of the yawn character there, which makes the sound really round and a bit on the darker side of the spectrum, sound color wise. And that's just cool. A lot of representations there. Again, that will be weird to talk about technique again, but when he's doing he adds more twang to get there. And adding twang on head voice or falsetto is important if you want the sound to be really sharp and loud. And this is what he does. So twang is when we are raising the back of the tone, so our tone become like this. Back of the tone is raised, and that creates this narrowing in the vocal tract, this like kind of ducky sound. And this is what he's doing in falsetto, because without it, it would be like ooh, and that's just cool. And we've just listened to that, and I don't want to because I'm gonna cry again. That is cool. I am so happy that he shared that with the world. I think it's really brave. Again, I don't want to repeat myself. I'm just amazed. And I feel like this video wasn't as informative as before because I just really dove into that. And it was one hell of a ride, but I'm happy that I did listen to this. So, yes, thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Recommend something like this to me. I love this. I loved everything about this. So, thank you for being here again, and bye, guys.